What's going on, guys? Misfit Mining Saturday Night Live. We're here with Mr. Hawk Crypto. We got the Mining King and Mr. Max Voltage. How you guys doing? I'm Jump Change. What's going on, Max? How was your day? We'll start with you, buddy.
It was pretty good. Got some good news this week. Wife has been a year out of chemo, and her tumor markers are still in the normal range. So,
Congrats. That's awesome.
Yep.
Good
That was
news.
definitely great news.
Good news. Good news. How about you, Hawk? How's things going with you guys?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Everything's just really going really well, and everybody's doing really good, and can't complain. But we can touch on what we're doing later.
Yeah, let's do that, Mr. King. I know you're not having the best time right now, but how you doing, man? How you doing?
This is that's to you, Intel and DDU. I just DDU'd my Intel card a couple hours ago, and when I did the DDU, it completely effed my LAN. Like, it will not come up no matter what I've done to get it back. I'm probably gonna have to do a fresh Windows install. I don't know what service it stopped or turned on or whatever, but yeah, my LAN's effed after DDU the Intel graphics card. So that's awesome. So dealing with that. Other than that, though, I got one of our servers here at the house. I'm starting to configure one of the servers. I got the MikroTik router over here. I just logged into it tonight, so kind of getting a feel for the router OS, which is MikroTik's GUI. So
Nice.
Yeah, and then I cleaned the facility today, so I was there for a couple hours, just kind of swept everything up, picked everything up, and mopped and everything. So
I saw that. I saw the shorts. That's it's awesome. It's a lot of cleaning you did by yourself, huh? That sucks. But I mean, hey, things are going good over there. You guys did a lot of work. You pulled out all the old wire. You guys got the whole floor cleaned up. You painted it, right? So
Yeah,
I mean,
Mike and King painted it.
Man.
I had to leave. I had to leave Thursday to come back to Thursday night. I left, and I had to come here and run the restaurant for a couple of days. I'm going back up tomorrow, and then I'll be leaving Wednesday. So
gotcha.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of lifting. Those racks were probably 200 pounds each. I mean, they're heavy, man. Some of them were lighter than that, but there were some heavy ones where me and King were like having to throw these things in dumpsters and then ripping the wire out. King's looking at me going,
hey, whoever did that, I hate you. Whoever installed that, I hate you.
Yeah, wire's no fun, man.
Bye.
The pain in the butt. But hey, you scrapped it, right? You guys got some money out of it, hopefully.
Right. So what's really cool is that our landlord is such a super nice guy, and his son owns a scrapyard. And he's like, listen, man, like, if you guys take it out, I'll give you the dumpsters and I'll give you whatever that's worth dollar-wise, because it would cost me a lot of money to remove it. So we spent 2 days, I think 2 or 3, I think it was 3 days total with the wire.
Yep.
And we just ripped me, King, Mike, Adam, Cool Buster. We just ripped everything out. And it was, King's looking at me like, oh, can we just do this tomorrow? I'm like, come on, man, let's just get this out of the way right now. I'm like motivating the troops. I'm like, come on, bro, we got it. Like,
It's the worst.
I'm trying to pull all the wire out.
We literally started taking apart getting the stuff out of those racks. Dude, the stuff in the racks was heavy. They're
Right.
Hawk said this at first. Hey, let's just leave everything in the rack. I'm like, you're effing crazy, dude. We're not lifting this, dude. Get the F out of here.
It was heavy stuff, and Mike from Mike GPU Rise just helped out a lot, but he has an injury that prevents him from lifting heavy, and so me and King did the majority of the heavy lifting with Adam. And
Right.
Adam was, let me tell you something, man. Adam was like a little like groundhog, dude. He was underneath that false floor, crawling around.
I saw him in your video, actually. He did a short thing.
He loves going under there, bro. Like, he's just like hiding underneath, and he's just like throwing wire out from the holes. And I'm like, this is just wire popping out from the floor, and it's Adam just disconnecting stuff and tossing
That's awesome.
stuff.
That's awesome. Nice, man.
It was good though, and it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest with you. I thought that whole floor was going to be covered, and that really like harnessed fiber, or sorry, excuse me, not fiber, King, that copper wire, but it wasn't. And it was just all old stuff, man. We scrapped everything. We had 2 dumpsters. Like if you guys saw on Terra Hash Tuesday, we had one for metal, one for copper.
That's awesome. Nice. You guys get some good money for it, though, I assume?
We don't know yet. We don't know what we're gonna get. King's throwing around like maybe the 500 to 700 range. I think we'll get close to 1,000 because it was a lot of metal. Like
yeah,
it was
you can get a lot.
2,000 pounds of metal. Easy.
The scrap steel is only about. I guessed it at a nickel because that's kind of back what it was when I used to scrap steel like years and years ago. But he said it's 6 cents right now. The owner did right now. So
well, if it's copper and aluminum, I mean, it's more worth more if you strip the wire, but if you don't strip it, it's
it's
still
really
a decent amount.
It's really fine wire though, so it's considered to be harness wire. So,
right. So his son said usually I require it to be stripped, but he says, listen, guys, like you're my dad's tenant, no problem. Just throw it in the bin. I'll take care of it, and I'll just give you what it's worth. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So we're getting a lot of help from him, which is really, really cool. And it makes things a little easier. And we're saving a lot of money on labor doing things ourselves. So,
yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Real quick,
it's moving along.
Just going to do a real quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Mr. D Miners. We have Canadian Miner, Patty Whack Miner, Magic Lucky, Slick Nick, Georgie. We have Blaine Anderson, Iguana Bites, Automatic Beats. What's up, dude? Good to see you. All Set Miner. What's up, man? Great Ball Dini. Good to see you. Magic Lucky. We have the B from B's Crypto Mining. He also has his own store, by the way. If you would like, Mr. B, I will actually, I'm going to make you a mod so you can put your store in the chat, the link to your store. I think I said Patty Whack Miner already. Patrick Ian, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. 4J, what's up, buddy? DJ Waters, aka DJ Mines. Hopefully you get your channel back soon. Geek of All Trades, Blue Dragon Mining, Integra Guy, Miss Pocket Change. Good to see you all. The Traveler's Travels. I think he said he has to go, but
I want to give a real big shout out to Patrick Gian, who sent me 2 big packages of stuff that probably saved us thousands of dollars.
That's awesome.
He gave us some stuff at a really good price, including some wires. So Patrick, thanks, man. I wanted to thank you publicly in front of everybody. You saved us a lot of time and a lot of money. So
that's awesome.
Thanks for all the help. And I'm going to be bringing that stuff up tomorrow. So.
He's a networking guy, right? That's what he does. Yes. So he gave you wires.
Happy Kwanzaa to him.
What was that? Was it a card?
It was a card that I read on my live stream on Monday because he sent me a package.
Oh, nice.
And I'll read the end of it. He's like, he sent me a whole bunch of stuff. And then he said at the end, if you have any questions about install and or general tool usage, please consult with your wife.
So it was like a slight troll. That was perfect. Good job,
absolutely.
Patrick. Good job. Everybody else I missed in the chat, sorry, but love you all. All right, so we're gonna get on to some topics tonight. Obviously, let's talk about some tax stuff. I changed the title. I was gonna talk about a certain company a lot, but I'd rather just kind of graze over it and talk about a few things that I'm kind of like looking at, like what the hell's going on here. But I know Max wants to talk about taxes. He's been friggin' itching for it for like 2 months. It's like, it's finally here, and now he just can't, you know what I mean? He just can't hold it back. So Max, let's
talk about what I am personally working on. That's all. It's not even itching to talk about taxes.
You're a lying sack of shit. He's been dying. No, I'm not. Dying to talk about taxes.
I discovered a few things today going, you're an idiot. Why did I do things this way? So I wanted to share it. That's all.
We do the same thing.
Anybody get this excited over taxes?
We do we do the same thing every year though. We always like, all right, we're gonna prepare this year, and we never do.
I know. I'm always excited about finding a better way to do things. That's what I'm excited about.
Right. So why don't we I guess we'll start with the tax talk, and then we'll get into like some scams and things that could be potential scams of 2023. And we could have callers if you guys want to have callers in after we're going along with it. Mr. Hawk, go ahead, buddy.
So if there's any questions on tax law, Mike from GPU Risers is the tax attorney. So if you want, we could always bring him in, Max, and you can ask him specifics. And he's we were all sitting at dinner. It was me, King, Adam, and Mike. And we're all sitting there and we're just talking about taxes. And Mike's like saying, he's just telling us how the code works and what you claim and all this other stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. Awesome. Great. So you're telling me we're going to have to pay a lot. And
so
Mike's
somebody
like, no,
in the chat clip that. That way he knows that Mike told everybody to go to him for the tax advice.
Even for the GPU Risers Discord, he has a section for tax
I'm just kidding. I know. But I'm sure he's slammed as well, man. Because this is like his busy time of the year, and you guys are doing Terra. Like, I don't know how the hell that guy even has time to breathe.
We explained it this. Sorry, Max, real quick. We explained it this way. Everybody's got a job to do at Terra. Okay. And everybody works equally as hard in what their areas are. Yeti's been spending countless hours working on coding and the website and the back end. Me and King are working on a lot of the manual labor with Mike and Adam. Mike's on the phone trying to get the, with FPL. I'm on the phone with FPL, our energy provider, and getting everything organized logistically with the new equipment that we have to buy. And it's hours and hours a day. Like the other day, was it yesterday? I was on the phone with FPL for 3.5 hours trying to lock down a rate, which I don't know why it's so difficult to get a rate, what the rate ballpark's going to be. So I had to do that and then call people for the AC system. And it's a lot of moving parts. So
project management.
Right. Project management. And we need 8 of us. Okay. Like there's only 4 of us, and one of which is overseas who can't do a lot of the calling and all the other stuff. So me and Mike take a lot of the front end stuff. King has just been the bull, man. He's been there working on stuff like day in and day out. And it's just, he's putting his head down and just pushing through the mud. So it's a lot of work for all of us. And me and Mike have both other businesses. So it's very hard for us to do that and this at the same time. So we're doing double the work. So it's just like, I did what I had to do this weekend. Can't even spend much time with the girlfriend. Got to shoot back up to Melbourne. We got to get this place moving. So short end of it, everybody's pulling their weight, and it's good. We all make a very good team.
Well, King's kind of got the shit end of the stick because he's only like 2 days away from home, so he can't just drive home if he wants. He's stuck.
So you're muted.
I think you're muted.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna start cursing DDU. Give it a second. Hold on.
Nope.
No, it broke.
You lost it. It's gone.
It's all right. We'll pick him up in a minute as soon as he comes back. Mr. Max. All right. What were you going to say about your...
Well, I kind of missed my window on it, but when you guys said you guys were talking about tax law with Mike, and he probably commented on that, like, oh, that Max guy doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to taxes.
He actually, I mentioned it that you were interested in a lot of this stuff.
You're there now. I hear you, Mike.
Oh, yeah. No, I was switching to my mic, so it wasn't coming off my laptop. No. So what was you asking me about again?
Wait, let Hawk was talking, then we'll come back to you. What were you saying, Hawk?
No, I'm just saying, if you have to ask him, or you know what you should do, Max? You should arrange with Mike to have a video on taxes, because from a tax attorney perspective, that would be an awesome thing for both of you to
collab. The wife said that we should have him on next Saturday if he's interested. If he wants to come on Saturday Night Live, we could have a whole tax episode and kind of go through things if he's interested, but...
Yeah, I'm sure Mike would do it. Of course, I don't see why he wouldn't. He's
more exposure for him.
So for him, but I'm pretty sure he would.
I'm getting my packet ready to send to you, Max. All right.
and Geek of all trades. You should just hand it to Mike. Is what it sounds like.
Mike or Geek of all trades, man. Will you hit me up in Discord, man? I need some help right now, man. I am screwed with DDU. I wonder if you have maybe an idea or two. I've tried tons of things to fix it.
Yeah, he bombed his computer by accident with the new DDU, trying to wipe it out.
I didn't bomb it. Look, I've used DDU like a whole bunch of times.
Technically, you had to hit OK, right? Trust.
It's supposed to remove graphic drivers. That's what it's for. Not touch my Ethernet.
Dude, that's awful.
Yeah.
Real quick, though.
Have you tried going all the way down to the BIOS? Is what I'm wondering, and trying to see if you get. So you've tried to update the chipset, chipset software.
You mean to update my BIOS?
Not just update your BIOS, but you have different drivers within there, like for your baseline things.
I recently did a BIOS update with a chipset update within like the last month.
But you did the DDU after that.
Yes.
So you might want to try redoing the BIOS. That'd be my suggestion. Obviously not in the middle of the stream, but
well, he's on a different computer, I think.
Oh, that's
Mr.
right.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop. I'm on my Linux laptop.
Mr. Geek of all trades, thanks for being a member for 4 months. He said, smash that like button, y'all, especially from DCA Clan. Appreciate the raid if they already raided us. I don't know if I saw that yet, but thank you in advance if they didn't. The bees, thank you so much for the 69.69 Canadian. He said taxes, the more you buy, the more you save. So he's I actually pinned his store in the live chat. If you guys are interested, go check out the Bees crypto mining store. He's got a whole bunch of like crypto mining hardware and stuff. So I guess he has a huge sale going on, and I believe it is CCXD5 for 5% off. So enjoy that. All right, let's see. If you guys have any questions, add us in the chat. Max, let's get on to the tax stuff. What do you got? So what's your first steps for this year? Or
okay, so the first steps obviously are to get all of your transactions into whatever website you decide to use, whether it be Coinly, Coin Tracker, or any of the other similar ones to that. Those are two of the most popular. I use Coin Tracker, so does Red Panda. Red Fox Crypto uses Coin Tracker. So there's a number of different things out there. They're all very similar. But the issue is how easily is it to get your transactions into that website? And that was the real benefit. You know, before I used to have everything on an exchange. It was very simple. The exchange had an API and it just automatically downloaded every transaction into Coinly for me, which is great. Well, this year, obviously with FTX, I said, oh, you know what? Yeah, I need to get everything down into a wallet. So I chose to use Zelcore. What a pain in the ass that became. So Zelcore does not have any tie-in to any of the tax software with APIs.
Right. You have to download the Excel sheet, I believe they have.
CSV. Yeah, you have to common delineated file, basically.
Right.
So which doesn't sync up as well as an API would. So an API, when it downloads everything, it's going to be able to figure out, at least Coinly does, figure out if there's a transfer from one exchange to the other. Well, obviously each exchange doesn't know that they're sending it to the other exchange. What they know is that they're sending it to a certain wallet address, and all that information is included so that when it gets to Coinly, Coinly goes, oh, and they connect the dots for you as far as a transfer. When you use a comment limited file, you don't get that. You have to actually go in there, hide certain transactions, because now you have duplicate transactions. You got to modify those transfers to make sure they're in as transfers. Otherwise, they're going to screw up your cost basis because it thinks it's a withdrawal instead of a transfer. Therefore, it registers it as a sale instead. So all of these things are a pain in the butt. Thankfully, it didn't happen until the end part of the year. So there's not that many transactions to go through, but there are definitely some to go through. So my suggestion, the whole thing I wanted to talk about tonight had nothing to do with doing your taxes for the past year.
That'll
and everything to do about next week. This has to do with, we're at the beginning of the year. It's a perfect time to figure out how you're going to do next year's taxes to make it as easy as possible.
It's kind of like a New Year's resolution. Nobody's going to stay true to it, but we at least try. All right, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't take that much to do now. It's about deciding what tools you are going to use. Are you going to change all of your stuff over to a Ledger or Trezor, which is my current plan, because those do have APIs that you can tie into. But if you go into Coinly, give me a second.
Well, while you do that, let me get to a question we had in the chat real quick from Blaine Anderson. He said, chump change, sole prop or LLC? I asked once about an LLC and you said sole prop, but why do some people say you need an LLC? And when do you need to change from hobby to either?
Okay, you don't, in order to file as a business, you don't have to have an LLC. You can file as a sole proprietor. There are tax advantages to filing as an LLC, plus you are protected as well. The biggest reason why you want to be an LLC is to protect your assets, meaning that those are your business assets. And if somebody decides for whatever reason they're going to sue you for something related to your business, your personal assets are protected.
Hence the word limited liability company. It limits your liability.
Yeah. So for this thing, right? So when you're crypto mining at home, okay, unless you're hosting for somebody, there's really nobody else at risk. It's like you and your stuff, right? So for me, like my plumbing business having to
Well-
put that in an LLC separated my personal belongings from my company's belongings, like my vans, my tools. So if somebody sued me, they could only go after my vans, my tools, the shop, like things like that. They can't go after my personal stuff because it's just, you know, there's a line drawn in the sand where everything's just half and half. So go ahead,
So
Max. Sorry.
agreed, but, and I that's where you're going with it, Hawk. But there are extreme examples of things that could happen that are very unlikely, such as, let's say I decided to pull, I don't know, try to pull 30,000 amps out of a 100-watt panel. That would not be good. Now, would that damage the transformer outside because I'm trying to overpull? Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you maybe could cause a power outage for everybody connected to your transformer, causing somebody to lose something that they were trying to keep frozen.
I don't know what
whatever.
happened.
Maybe they had a wedding cake in their fridge and now it's completely ruined. Point being is that yes, there are extreme examples in life where there are unintended consequences. So while however unlikely, it's not a bad idea to have an LLC.
Right.
As
That's
long as
actually a
it's
good
not super
variable.
expensive.
I didn't think about that. Actually, maybe possibly getting sued by like the electrical company or something along those lines.
I mean,
That's-
there could be a lot
that's
of different
kinda-
things.
So, I mean, that makes sense, right? But realistically, at the end of the day, like, unless you're like real big operation at your house, you're probably okay. But I mean,
Yes.
yeah, you always
agreed.
want to cover your ass. Like, let's put it
Yeah,
that way. You know,
that's really what it comes down to. LLC equals covering your ass.
right? Like
That's
here,
what it
though,
comes
like
down
where
to.
I'm at, it's $500 for the year to file for an
Hawk, you have
LLC.
some opinions on that.
Other places, it's cheaper. It could be $50 in, like, say, Pennsylvania, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. So, like, it's expensive here. It's not expensive over there. Go ahead,
it's
Hawk.
now cheap in Illinois. It used to be $500 a year.
That's
Now
what it is
it's
here.
I think it's like $40 or something. I forget what it is, but maybe it's 25. I forget what it is, but it's definitely finally got to be less expensive in Illinois. I should do it. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, I that's one of those things where that's a resolution this year, but whether I actually do it is the question.
Go ahead, Hawk. What's up, buddy?
Okay. An LLC is not bulletproof. Let's not give a common
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
misconception. It's not bulletproof. It straps a very heavy duty vest onto your chest. If they shoot you in the head, you're dead. So the point I'm trying to make is if you do everything through an LLC. If you are going to do anything that is remotely risky with other people, don't be an idiot and do it as a sole proprietor. Now, if you are
Right.
your own person, you're buying your own equipment, and there's no other risk from an outside party, then do it yourself. 150%. Do not, and I mean do not do something like what we're doing, okay? And do it as a sole proproprietor.
Right. Yeah, you can't. Like, because you have
don't do that.
liability of everybody else's stuff
Well,
and building. And,
Right.
Well,
Don't. What? Go ahead, King.
there is what's called a single member LLC or disregarded entity. So, which is what the Mining King LLC is. So, you get certain tax advantages and protections from the LLC, but you would file taxes like a sole proprietor.
So different states have different rules, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Different states have different rules. In Florida, when you register an LLC, it's its own entity. You get your own EIN. Different states do different things. Look up the rules in your state. Okay. Point blank. But generally speaking, if you're going to deal with other people's equipment and you're going to do things, get an LLC. It costs $50. Sometimes it's free, depending on the state you live in.
It really depends on how much it is. Because, like, if you're not making that kind of money, you know, mining with like your PC or like 4 GPUs, you know, you're not really making that much income off of it. And it costs you, like, around here, it's $500 for the year. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of, you got to weigh out your odds on that one. So
Right.
it really
The
depends.
other thing, King, about what King was talking about, a disregarded entity basically gives you the protection of an LLC, but the tax laws of a sole proprietor. With a regular LLC,
right.
you have some additional tax benefits of not having to pay both sides of Social Security. And that's my understanding of it. So there are definitely some tax benefits on that side.
There's tons of tax benefits. Hawk Crypto Mining is actually a S corp. It's not an LLC, and I did that because I was preparing Hawk to go a lot bigger than what I was currently at. Once you get to a certain size, like my family's business, you have to become a corporation.
Well,
an LLC
an LLC is also a limited liability corporation, but it's on the side. Like I had LLC and an S corp in my plumbing business, because the S corp, it helps you out on a specific section of taxes as well. It like benefits your company in a certain way.
Well,
I'm not going to get into that though, but
Chum, I think what you're talking about though is you can be an LLC but file taxes under the S corp
as an
rules.
S corp, right?
That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. All right, let's see if
And
we have
that's
any
where
other
the
questions.
benefits come in. So yeah, if you're filing taxes under an S corp, that's where you get the Social Security tax benefit.
Right. All right, let's see if we have any other questions in the chat. Max, you can continue if you have anything else to say. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying if you're going to grow your company, right? And here's the thing. It's very subjective too, because the way that the laws are written and the way that things are, you're going to get different opinions from different people. My best thing any advice I can give to anyone is go to a tax attorney, someone like Mike who knows the law. Don't confuse CPA with tax attorney. They're two different things. CPA knows how to file your taxes. A tax attorney will tell them how. There's a couple different rules there. And I learned this recently because when we created Terra, I asked Mike, I said, are we going to do a C Corp, an S Corp, or an LLC? And Mike's like, at our current size, LLC. It just makes sense. Or it's how we're going to start. I said, well, when do we start moving up? He goes, when you want to issue shares of the company, you need different, if you're going to have more employees and all that other stuff, you want to move to a different, you want to move to like a more of an S Corp foundation, because it's just better tax purposes for the corporation. Right. So talk to the, like a tax attorney, and just guys, make sure you know what you're doing. Don't overthink it. This is not a big deal. Yeah. If you're doing it by yourself, there's no need for any of this. But if you're going to run a company, a big company, you're going to have employees and all that BS, make sure you get your ducks in a row, because there's an old saying, you don't fuck with the IRS. They're the only entity in the government that can come to your house warrantless and take you into custody if you owe money. Trust me. Ask me how I know.
Oh, they can shut you down real quick.
How do you know that?
We were looking for, I told this story before, real short. We were looking for a guy, right? State attorney wouldn't prosecute the case. I called the IRS. I said, hey, has he paid his taxes? She goes, no, he hasn't paid in 5 years. Do you know where he's at? I sure do. And they were able to kick his door in with no warrant and go get him. They're allowed to do that.
That's
and you
insane.
you can't do shit about it.
Oh, it'd be a bad day.
And we dropped our charges after he went to jail. But anyway, you don't fuck with the IRS. Make sure you learn your tax law for your state.
Right. The wife made a good point also. If you're an LLC, you're legally allowed to cut yourself a check out of that business so you can pay taxes all year long. So like that's what I did. Like the business account was the business account, and that wasn't like my personal money to spend. Like I would cut myself a check out of that, pay taxes on that check. So at the end of the year, my business had less taxes to pay, if that made sense, because it kind of, I was paying it all year round. I hope that makes sense, but it just kind of eases the pain a little bit, at the end of the year.
Panda wants to buy shares of Terra Hosting. Yeah, 7,000 a share. Have at it.
God.
So
it's not about how many shares; it's about what percentage.
So we had this conversation when we were dividing up our operating agreement for Terra between me, King, Yeti, and Mike. And this is where it was kind of coming in. And with Yeti being an international, it gets really complicated, right? With as far as taxes go. But we were able to figure it out and come to a good solution that works for both in his country and in ours. Thank God the U.S. and the UK are allies, because if they weren't, our governments wouldn't be in cahoots with each other, and it'd be a very, very difficult to do things.
Right. All right. Let's see. Krutman Tech said the government always gets paid. You can't stop it, and he is not lying. You just gotta be really careful with the IRS, guys, because once you're on the radar, it's over, and you're always going to be just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Go to one of those.
They do give you a, if you get audited and they find out that you didn't do anything maliciously and it was a mistake, they're people. They'll say, okay, cool. Listen, well, we'll handle this. Next time you can't do that. it's worth it. It's worth it. It's the sleep better at night research. That's what I call it. Right. Do that.
So to kind of wrap it, basically bring it back, basically look at when you're doing your taxes this year, when you're starting to get those transactions in, look at better ways to do it. I'm hoping Zelcore fixes this. I know that was a question actually on Hobbyist Miners November Q&A with Dan Keller, and they are looking at better integration with cold wallets. So hopefully that happens this year. But until it does, I'm probably going to be moving everything but Flux into a wallet that has a tie-in with the API. So when you're looking at Coinly, this is what I was going to do. I started to do it and then forgot. So hold on, let me put this over in our personal chat. You can pull up that screenshot and then click on wallets.
I'm just gonna show that for a second. Let me
I use Coinly. I love Coinly. Coinly is very, very
I think that's what I used last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Very well integrated. I have to use it again. I have to go print up all my tax stuff.
There we go.
For any of you looking, I do have a affiliate link that I will post in the chat.
And then click on wallets. Is that what you said?
That's why he put it up.
Click on wallets.
Okay.
So if you look at the first bunch of like up through Yori, although the Yori API sucks, but anyway, because I actually had to use that this year, up through there, all of those have a tie-in with the API. Everything after that does not. Everything else after that is CSV. And that's not a knock on Coinly or CoinTruck or any of those. That just means that particular wallet hasn't implemented any type of API feature.
Oh, damn.
So API stands for those that don't know, I know most of you probably actually know what it means, Application Programming Interface. So it's a specific API for exchanges, wallets, for that exchange of information.
So what these, for anybody that doesn't know, these sites, what they do is more or less you can just input your wallet info right into them. And what they do is they'll take all of the incoming and outgoing transactions and it'll calculate and print out a sheet for you to file on your taxes, like super simple. So that's kind of why things like this are just, they make life 10 times easier. You don't have to sit there and calculate, okay, I got this at this and make an entire Excel spreadsheet and then be like, how do I put this into my taxes now? You know what I mean? It's just, this does it point blank and it's just super simple. So Coinly's definitely a good one. That's the one I used. What did you say? The other one was Coin Tracker? Is that what you use?
Coin Tracker is another one. Yeah.
Interesting.
For me, they all work very similarly. It's about which one has the best price for the number of transactions you have. So it's $100 for up to 1,000 transactions with Coinly. That one worked the best for me because of the number of transactions I had. Others might have a better sweet spot. If you have more transactions, fewer transactions. But like I said, for me, that was the sweet spot.
Sorry, which one was it? For a Coin Tracker? Or
no, I just meant with Coinly. So if you look at the packages, they're all based upon number of transactions.
Right. Where are the packages? How do you get to them?
I'm trying to figure out on this one where they are because Coinly?
No, just any of them. I don't even care which one. Doesn't matter. Try for free, book a demo. I forget. I haven't used it since last year, so.
You know what? Because I have a login. I just go in there and it tells me,
I think I have to log in.
If you keep going down, go all the way down to the bottom. There's probably a click for pricing all the way down to the bottom.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I have to handle something.
Right there. Bingo.
Give me 1 second.
There you go.
You're good. Check it out. All right. So free 10,000. What?
Well, no. This is in order to import in all of your transactions. It has a lot of functionality, but it does not provide your tax forms. You need one of the pay packages in order to get your tax forms. Right. Now, if you want to go through the work, like you don't have that many transactions, it will provide you all of the cost bases, and then you can put those all into a spreadsheet and figure out your cost bases and your taxes manually if you want. It does, and that, by the way, that's a huge feature all unto itself.
That is.
That's half the battle. Like, okay, I mined Ethereum on June 28th of last year, and I had a payout of 0.1 Ethereum. What was my cost basis? I don't know.
Right.
What am
You
I
just
gonna
put
do?
it in
Go
here
back
and
to
it'll
that
spit
time
it
of day?
out.
Yeah, it'll put
That's
it in
sick.
here for you. So
Right.
that's the biggest feature of it. But then obviously, do you really want to go through? Do I want to go through approximately 600 transactions and go through all of
No.
that? No. It's and that was the
Right.
thing is when I first started using this, I'm like, oh, I'm not even going to pay for it. I'll go through all this. And then I realized how much time it was going to take me. I'm like, oh my God, $99 sounds like a deal at this point.
Right.
And so I just did that and away I went.
That's all. I mean, it's really not that expensive to, you know, just have everything completely done for you. It literally saves your ass. So, I mean, that's my opinion, but I don't know. Cool. How's, where's this one? Let's see. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Maybe it's down here as well. Pricing. Let's see. All right. So how come the hobbyist gets his own price? The hell? No, I'm just kidding. 53 and then 179 for the premium. All right. So it's pretty much the same thing, but they don't have the middle, Yeah,
they don't have the middle tier. So that's the
Interesting.
thing. For me, the 53 isn't enough. And
So,
the 179 is obviously a lot more expensive. So
that's why you went with CoinLee. I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, I
Makes
think that $99, if you're into and you don't do a ton of trading, you try to limit your payouts to a certain extent,
Right.
you can fit in that 1,000 transaction.
Right. And then Geek of All Trades said it's cheap enough and you can write it off as an expense, and you absolutely can. So it would be an expense for next year, right? But nonetheless,
No, well, yeah.
still an expense.
You know, actually, believe it or not, I don't think that's the case. I think when you are doing your taxes, you can write off any tax related expenses for whatever tax year you are doing it for. But don't quote me on that.
I always wrote it off the next year. It was just,
Oh, okay.
that's how, because I don't know, it just made sense, you know, anything in that calendar year, it just, for me anyways. But all right, is that all you had for taxes, Max? Until
That was it.
We'll wait until next week for
the whole stream with tax information.
Perfect.
I just put the affiliate link in the chat.
Awesome. Go check that out if you guys are interested in CoinLee. That's Max's affiliate link, so it'll help him out as well.
If you decide to use Coin Tracker, I know that Red Fox Crypto has a Coin Tracker affiliate. That's not what I use. I told you I do not take money or anything from places I don't use.
Right.
So he uses that. So it's probably in one of his details of his one of his videos. So go check that out. I'm sure you can find his affiliate link there.
Yeah, I know he had it in a couple videos like the beginning of last year. So
yep.
If you guys are interested, go check it out.
All right. So what else is on the agenda tonight besides taxes?
So I want to talk about a few things. So that Locotech stuff.
Oh God,
Hawk couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to talk about that. So what do you guys think about this? I don't know if it's a scam yet. I don't know what it is, but they're claiming to have like a massive a hash blade that can do like an outrageous amount of hash rate.
Yep.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Yep. Listen to me when I tell you guys something.
This isn't gonna play.
Hold on.
Assumption.
Oh, it is. Go ahead.
Right. So listen, what I'm saying is when you say, oh, hey, I can make this product, right? But hey, pre-order it so I can build a prototype.
Yeah.
It's called stupidity. And there's stupid people who would buy this crap. It's a complete and utter bullshit scam. Okay? I'm going to call it what it is. Nobody with a business model, okay, goes out and seeks funding for a product through pre-orders. We've seen this before, okay? And listen, he may be honest, okay? I'll give him benefit of the doubt real quick. He may be honest, but he's going about it the wrong way. This is the wrong way to get funding for a project. You have to create a prototype. Who's gonna buy the car if they can't test drive it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like, I want to see it.
Right.
I want to see this do what it can do. Go ahead, Max.
Yeah, no, okay, so sorry, the only thing that comes
to
mind for those old people who, like me, that have seen Saturday Night Live and the point counterpoint with Dan Aykroyd, Hawk, you ignorant slut. Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, good. So anyway, so yes, that's true in a sense that the key point here is it's not a bad way to get funding for your project in order to manufacture, not You should have a prototype. You should show a working model of what you are selling and say, yes, now I need money to manufacture this. That's completely different than what they are currently doing.
Let's forget
and this is electronics, people. Electronics is not that expensive to get a prototype. You do not need to go out to thousands of people to get funding to go get a prototype.
Right.
Wait,
it's ridiculous.
Let's look at some other red flags. Okay, it's like walking in China with this project. Chump, pull up his website. I'm going to show you guys something.
What is his website? Do you guys have it? Does anybody have it? Because I was looking for it and I couldn't. I don't even know what it looks like.
Seriously, let me say something. When we created Terra, right, we were going to tell everybody everything. I said, we're not releasing a thing until we have an official logo, trademarks pending. Okay. The company is filed. All right. And we have some sort of idea of what we're going to offer moving forward. At least have an image. You go to the Terra hosting website right now. It looks Yeti went and put countless man hours in it. I mean, it looks completely professional. I'm not saying that a website or anything like that makes anything legit. What I'm saying is that you're asking for tons of money. This is not, oh, I need to raise 10 grand for a prototype. This guy needs millions of dollars. Okay. He's asking for millions of dollars. It's $1,800 per unit. He's asking a minimum of $333. No, that's not it.
I don't know where I have to find it because I can't find the freaking thing.
Like something an 8th grader did.
Everything that comes up looks like an 8th grader did it. I don't know which one's real.
It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Okay, there's no logo. There's no company mentioned. There's nothing that gives any sort of structure. It looks like a complete mess. When Panda brought this up to me, I'm like, don't anybody dare get involved with this guy. I'm serious. This sounds complete and utter.
On top of it, he was asking, us to spread awareness about it. Like, what? I'm not making a video on this shit that doesn't even exist.
No.
So listen, I just told him, I don't do that.
I'm not trying to push Terra at all here. But okay, I'm going to find a website.
I need the real website.
I think I found it. Just give me a second.
It's in Discord. It's in the Discord.
Where?
I didn't say you brought it to me, Panda. We were all talking about it. God, pay attention. We were all talking about it because a lot of us got the same message.
He said that, Panda. I heard him.
It all kind of came together. He said that he brought it up. He didn't. We all did because we all got the same. You know how we share each other's screenshots of emails to see if it's a scam or not? So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure you don't. Anyway, so
loose lips think ships. Jesus.
Loose lips with what? We all get emails.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Ask us to put stuff on YouTube. Some of it is a scam.
Relax.
That when someone said something from .tz.
Yes.
We all
so
I ain't doing that.
This is so Panda had a couple live streams, right? So if anybody missed these, this guy responded about
he finally put his name on his YouTube
stuff. You guys can't really see this though.
Blah 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 blah. This just sounds like a listen. It may not be a scam. It may not be a scam, but it's not looking good. You're asking for funding. You have nothing to show. You have nothing,
and that's kind of what it comes down to. It's
you don't buy shirts from shirtless men, guys. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't. You might,
I guess.
No, I wouldn't.
Well,
it's just like listen, the crypto community in of itself. We are going through one of the hardest times right now. People are losing their farms, are shutting down, businesses are closing. The last thing you're going to want to do is say, "Oh my God!"
Post to the link.
So the biggest red flag for me, Hawk. I'm cutting you off because you're just rambling. The bulldozer, the bulldozer was a part of the capital raise and the first iteration of the final ASIC design. So they had a bulldozer ASIC that they were trying to bring to light, and they're claiming that it wasn't very efficient or not dense enough, right? And he said, we didn't sell any because we didn't bring it to market. It would have been way too expensive for the consumer, and we would have been acting in bad faith to our shareholders and the industry if we used it for self-mining. He said, so they had to redesign it, but it says the bulldozer was part of a capital raise, right? So
he's out of money.
What you're saying that you raised money, but you didn't sell any. How does that make sense? That's like contradicting in like the next sentence. It makes no sense.
The first iteration of the ASIC design that was very efficient but not dense enough. Okay, well, hold on a second. This is called when we did report writing, this was called fluff. This is fluff. Doesn't mean anything. You can take that whole sentence into one and say the
100%.
first iteration we did sucked and we had to redesign it.
But I want to know what happened to the money that they raised.
Oh, it probably went nowhere.
I want to know what happened to it. I want to know what happened
He's
to
not
that.
even registered in the States. He's registered in Finland or something. We did our research on this guy. Like, listen, Norway. Excuse me. Thank you. He's the website looks like shit. You have no branding.
Max, where did you put that website, by the way?
I put it in the chat, like not our chat, but the chat.
Let's see. All right, so this is it.
Yep. Oh, that looks way different from what it looked like.
.no.
But it says.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I know that NO is for
there's
Norway,
nothing to.
but
That's it. That's just
hit the
one.
That's it. That actually looks a lot better than what he had before. What he had before looked like some bullshit he got on Wix. Hit pre-order.
It's still some bullshit. You can't even scroll. There's nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there. There's the video and that's it.
Subsidy of limited. I don't know what the hell. Yeah, come on, man. This is come on, guys. You know how much money this guy's asking for? Where's the pricing sheet?
There's nothing there. There's
a pricing sheet about how much they cost. The minimum order is 333. They're 1,800 a piece.
There's nothing on the site. Like
not on the site, but when he was trying to get people to promote it, did he not send a pricing sheet?
Not to me. He might have sent it to Panda though.
Panda put it on a live stream, I think, because he said, listen, man, look, I can sit here and sell you a beachfront property in Arizona. It doesn't mean that it's true. Okay,
right.
This doesn't. This is
in
bullshit.
No beaches in Arizona. Don't lie to me like that.
In the Geek of All Trades in the chat said the bulldozer was also just a render, never a real product, right? Yes, correct. As far as I know, it was never revealed or never actually built.
You're launching a product. You want funding. Listen, there's plenty of people out there with money who would love to buy this product because it's more efficient and energy prices are only getting higher. It's a lot of promise. But show me something that works and people will flood the gates. The floodgates will open and you'll get all the funding you need. You're asking people for money. You don't even have a working product. Wait, well, dude, what are you saying right now? This is terrible business. Even if you Geek of All Trades just said take it to Shark Tank. Shark Tank will annihilate him
alive.
It will eat him and spit him out. Mark Cuban will say, who the fuck let you onto this show? You're coming asking for money. You got nothing. You have no sales. You have no product. But hey, you have an idea. What he has is an idea, and that's it. He paid some money to go to the Litecoin conference and get on stage.
He needs a prototype. He needs a working model. That's what he needs.
Listen, I'm nothing against the guy personally. Don't know him. But from what I'm seeing on this business side, you're making some bad decisions, my man. I'm just telling you from the way that business is handled, you shouldn't even start sending emails until you got something physical and some test results that you can send a video or get a few hundred made and send it to some content creators and have them send it back, sign an NDA, do things the right way. Like, this is crazy.
I mean, here's the thing. If you really have like detail as to why something's going to work, and you go to Silicon Valley and you go to the all the people that provide money, I'm drawing a blank on the name of that. Anyway, you talk to them, they will provide the money, especially if you say, we're going to burn these in for 6 months. So
I listen, man. Exactly. You can't go to Shark Tank with something like that. They're gonna chew you up. People who go.
I didn't say Shark Tank. I was talking about companies that are investors.
Right.
But you're not gonna. But here's the thing. This is what really is a red flag to me: is the fact that they are going after pre-orders without a prototype, which tells me that they've been thrown out of all of these companies at this point, and the only outlet that they have is to unsuspecting crypto people that will, oh wow, this sounds great. But and this is the other thing is they're not looking for the small fish. They're not looking to sell ones and twosies. They're looking to sell the farms.
Real quick, Crypto Mining Insider said the price sheet was for B2B vendors. I have not seen them ask anyone in the mining community for money. This is all just conjecture. So yeah, I mean, I understand I get it, right? But looking at
okay, you can say
where
it's,
is it? Oh,
you
what
can,
am I doing?
oh, here we go.
I
All
didn't mean
right.
to do that. I didn't even know how. I didn't even know I could do that. That was kind of weird.
You can say
All right.
that.
So
Regardless, you have no prototype.
right
You should
here
not be
is
talking
what
about.
kind of made me a little weird, right? Like, so this is his reply to Panda, right? This is the first video, and Panda made a second video and asked a bunch of questions and whatever. But he said, we are very confident in our design since we have ran a significant amounts of randomized and direct test vectors without any bugs, and we have no custom logic on our design. To name a few, he says, I can name more, but there were quite a few smart people out there that would start figuring out how they designed it. But I don't understand, like, how are you running tests on something that you don't have built? Like, I don't understand it.
Do you know how much money it would take to make 10 of these? Easily less than $10 million, or less than $1 million. Easily less than that amount. And we're talking probably closer to 100,000.
Your money. The R&D is most of your money. ASIC chips.
Right.
Right, but he just said that he's got a design.
Well, yeah, they said he
has a design. So that means that they have everything already laid out so that you can get your boards made. The biggest thing is going to be what kind of box you put it in. But you know what? You don't even need that in order to do the demo. We're talking about running a demo for a period of a couple of minutes.
Right.
Show a proof of concept.
So Crypto Mining Insider made a good point. He said,
on it and run it for a couple of minutes. If it overheats, fine. You can develop against that.
Right.
But show that it works.
Right. Crypto Mining Insider said it's a pre-order list. Nobody asked for money that I ever seen. But in Panda's video, when he was going over the questions and whatever with everybody, they stated that actually, what's his name? The guy Ben or whatever. For one, I don't understand why he had a weird name, but he changed it to Ben apparently. Real quick, it did say, hold on, I gotta find it. It said something about not taking actual crypto. Like, it won't take crypto. They'll only take actual fiat for the pre-orders, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I heard that. I don't know if Panda said it or if it was in his actual comments here. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. But either way, I'm pretty sure I saw that. And that kind of threw up a little bit of a flag to me. Because if you're going to take just regular fiat, right? Like, I mean, crypto at this point it's traceable, man. Like, it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of pull the wool over someone's eyes. If they really want to look into it, they're going to find it on the blockchain, right? So taking like actual money, like, it just makes me nervous that they just want to get that amount of money and they don't want to lose it if the market drops. They want that specific amount and that's flat. That kind of, it just makes me nervous. You know what I mean? Like, crypto miners they're not gonna care if they give you, like, say 1 ETH for this thing, right? Just for an example. And if they get that ETH back, it ain't gonna matter if the value in fiat dropped on that coin or not, or rose. Like, we don't care. Like, as long as we get that back, right? I mean, that's my opinion. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Right now, I think one of the hot coins out there, well, the two hot coins out there actually are Litecoin and Doge. So I feel like they're trying to take advantage of that. And yeah, I mean, have we not learned our lessons from Helium with all the scams that happened there when they said, "Yep, but give us your pre-orders"?
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, it is true, because the thing, I mean, it's really gonna be amazing. 140 something watts, like 145 watts for what, 2 gigahash? Is that what it said? That's amazing. But like, who knows? Who knows if that's legit?
Yes, it would be amazing if it were real. I think that there's a lot of red flags. Show me a prototype that runs for just 3 to 5 minutes. Show it.
Right.
Or you know, show some working model. You guys said you've run these tests. What tests? It doesn't take that much money to manufacture boards. You know, certainly you manufacture thousands of boards. It's a lot less expensive. So the first models that come out are going to be expensive per box, but you got to show something.
Right.
Crypto Mining Insider said, Ben, the local tech founder, told me they will not ask for money for pre-order until the product is demonstrated. Additionally, he said pre-order money they do receive will be held in escrow account at a law firm outside of the United States, which means it's not subject to U.S. jurisdiction. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to justify. That guy can use a chess game of words all he wants. If you have a brain, you're not buying anything until you see this product working. You're not pre-ordering anything, and you're not putting your name to nothing if you were smart. So that's just is what it is. So let's you know, let's just we're putting our money in a law firm and we're doing this. Let me tell you something. Just because it goes in a law firm, it's supposed to be legit. I know plenty of fucking attorneys who are assholes and they all snort coke and they do dumb shit. Come on, dude. What the fuck does that mean? Like, yeah, I saw an attorney in court when I went to court get dragged out by a bailiff. That don't mean shit. Attorneys, doctors, everybody, some cops too. They're all fucked up.
Real quick, I just want to play devil's advocate. Obviously, again, let's give everybody a chance. Hopefully it's legit. Crypto Mining Insider, thank you so much for like actually being in contact with them. I just want to like say none of this is your fault. If anybody gives you shit in the chat, it's just he's giving us the info that he got from this guy. So
cool. I love the guy.
No, I'm not talking about you, Hawk. I'm talking about other people in the chat. If anybody like just he's obviously just trying to relay what he heard from the guy. So I love Crypto Mining Insider. He's a great guy. So
I'm not saying anything negative against him. I'm just saying like I appreciate he's telling me that because that even further solidifies the guy is full of shit. So yeah. I don't, that's all I'm saying. Like,
that was a great point. Like, yeah. You could have an enormous breadboard to show that it could work. And there's lots of different ways they could show. But anyway, the audience seems to have us want to get off the subject and actually want to talk about Flux.
I want to talk about one other thing before we do that. Okay, also, sure. Techman Ty, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He said, buy some tissues to the haters in the chat. Keep on shining. Misfit Mining. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there was somebody who got smart in the chat.
But I wasn't sure if you were talking about yourself, Hawk, or if you were talking about him. Because you said one a-hole.
No. There was somebody there who said,
I know what you're I know.
I said Mondays with Max is Mondays at 8:00 Eastern. So go right ahead, bro. I'll see you in the chat.
Oh man. Anyway. All right, let's one thing I wanna show, obviously. So these are some S9. Oh, that's the wrong page. Hold on. Damn it. What did I just do? Ruining the stream. There we go. I gotta zoom in on this side. All right.
I'm so proud of you.
S9s.
I'm so proud of you. Look at all those tabs. I'm so proud of you.
You're not prepared. Just prepared. All right. I'm trying. Damn. A for effort, right? All right. So these are the S9s, right? Antminer S9 that I want to bring up those heat-bit heaters, okay? And how bullshit they are. And I'm sorry for the company that made them. It's a bunch of horse shit. Don't buy it. It's ridiculous, okay? Look at this. Just for example, I'm just showing this first. $123 for an Antminer S9, okay? You could buy them by the pallet for best offer, okay? That's kind of just the example I wanted to show here. And these heat-bit heaters, nothing against obviously Bitcoin merch, just working with the company that's selling these, but these things are $1,200 for 14 terahashes. It sounds like a lot. This is old technology. This is years old at this point, and it is not profitable. This thing will never pay itself off. It's a freaking it's a scam as far as I'm concerned. It's a cool plastic case. That's literally all that it does. It just I don't know. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense to me. Excuse my language, but I don't get $1,200 for an old ass S9 that is going to heat, it says 400 square feet of your room, right? When you could buy like a $50 heater that's going to run for less wattage and do the same damn thing, and you're going to lose less money.
Well, they're using particular words there. It doesn't say heat. It can heat up. It says warm up.
The first heater that mines Bitcoin.
Yeah, but if you scroll down though, it says warms up though. Go look down a little bit more, right there.
Warms up. Warms up. It just takes to chill out. I didn't even notice that, King. You're the best. That was great. Warms up. All right, I want to know what you guys think about this crap in the chat. A few people asked me about this. This is why I felt like I had to bring it up. It's a lot of money for old technology, and they're refurbished inside this thing. They are probably just, who knows if they're even throwing an ultrasonic cleaner. They're probably just blown off of the freaking leaf blower and then slapped inside this thing for all we know. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the chat. I mean, do you guys have any comments on these? Hawk or King or
he said Hawk brings down the whole stream.
Who said this?
I can't say anything now. I banned him.
Oh, what the hell did you ban him for? What are you doing? What do you mean?
Hey man, look, talk shit.
Oh boy,
you ain't about it. You ain't about it. Don't be about it.
Oh man, I don't even know who it was. All right, Joker Miner, thank you so much. He said Pocket Change Ice Cream Fund $4.99. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. You're awesome. All right, what do you guys think about this thing? I just had to bring it up because some people were asking me about it, so I thought it was the right thing to
I
express.
think it's silly.
Dude,
I
I
thought
need
it
to
was
make
kind of
some
a
Mining
cool
KiiNG
idea.
heaters. That's what I need to do. I want to make
What was
some
that?
of those. I want to make Mining KiiNG heaters. I'm gonna do the same
Go.
thing. I'm gonna charge $1,000 for some S9s.
Dude, it's insane. When I went on eBay and I saw that you could get a pallet of them for $100 something each or best offer, I'm like, wait, they're getting these things for under $100 easy. They're probably paying $50-$75 a piece for them, and they're just slapping them in this case. And I'm sure it took a little bit to design this thing, but like at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Like, it's never gonna pay itself off ever. Like,
The only
unless
thing
you hit
I'm
a
wondering-
friggin' solo block. And
The only thing
by the way, you have to use nice hash. Sorry, go
yeah, I
ahead.
remember you said that. Yeah,
That's another.
which
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Right,
But
you have to use Nice Hack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, unless you
the
rip
other
out the
thing is,
S9 and you
how
plug it in.
loud are they? How loud are they? Or did
Well,
they change
they're
anything inside?
Supposed to be quiet, so they're almost silent, right? So they are quiet. So they did design some sort of like shroud, and there's like foam and all this other bullshit in there. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Actually, I was gonna do a whole video on this, but I didn't want to be like a complete asshole and just like rip this place apart, because I'm over here plumber brain. I was ripping out why this heater sucks compared to an oil filled heater that you can get for like $50 because it holds the heat way longer than one of these things. It's just, there's so many things that are wrong about this website that they claim. It drives me nuts as like a person that works for heat, like, or with heat for a living, like installing boilers and heaters, and just, yeah, I don't know. Don't buy this thing. That's just my opinion. All right, let me see if I can find you guys check out the chat or give me your opinions, whatever you got on it. And I'm going to look for a picture quick that I want to show you guys the inside. Let me see.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing is that
There it is.
is that it is quiet as opposed to an S9 that's going to be loud. But it doesn't change the fact how could that be profitable? It's old technology.
It's not profitable. I actually looked it up. Even at 5 cents, you're losing like ridiculous amount of money every month.
Okay. Well,
So this
hold on.
is what it looks
Right.
like. So acoustic foam, they have like a silenced like big ass fan shroud in there, and it just blows into acoustic foam, and you know it's all foamed out. Like, I mean, it's a cool design. Don't get me wrong, they did cool, but they just took the hash boards out of the case. I'm gonna build my own to prove it. How stupid this thing is. I'm literally I've literally already started like trying to figure this out. Like, it's so stupid. But go ahead. What were you gonna say, Hawk?
I'm just saying. I mean, they're not advertising it. It's a heater. Listen. They probably got all those things.
$1,200 heater.
From a
$1,200.
marketing standpoint, wait a minute, hold on. From a marketing standpoint, for people that don't know, okay, there's a million idiots that would buy this thing. So
I know, and
And it's
but like, I'm
great
trying to prevent people that I
marketing.
actually like
Yeah,
have in
I
our
get it.
community.
I understand. I can't be too mad here at the marketing, and it actually looks kind of nice.
The
Just
thing's
saying,
cool looking.
listen,
It's cool
I'm
looking.
just being honest. I'm not gonna
I like
just
this
go
one
with
the
all
best.
the time.
So if
But-
they want to send me one to review, send me this one. I want this orange one. But no, I would never. I couldn't allow somebody that I gave a shit about in this community and been like, hey, yeah, go buy that. It's a good idea. It's not. It's not a good idea.
I think we all need to make sure. Yes, you do need to make one.
I'm going
You need
to.
to make your
I
own
have an
version of
S9. I'm gonna make one. I swear to God. I've already like.
should.
Why do you
It
think
would be-
I
it
printed
would
that
be
silencer
great
because
content.
of this? Max,
Yes.
that's
Just make
why I
sure-
did it. Because I
Just
wanted
make
to see.
sure that you say my version of the heat bit. Make sure you mention
It'll
heat
all
bit
be
in every
fucking
single
cardboard and
video.
acoustic foam. It's gonna be great.
It would be even better if you were talking about an oil heater. You should do a mineral oil heater.
I could. I have the oil still. I'm shocked that tank hasn't leaked yet, by the way. It's like right above my safe, and I always think about it like a seal's gonna give out and I'm effed. Like, oh, it's gonna be terrible. But I don't know. Did anybody say anything in the chat? What do they think about this thing? Is anybody interested in it? I know there's been a few videos about it. I can't.
It's
Hey, Chum, what's the rant meter? You said you have a rant meter?
No, I said I think we mentioned it before. I need to get one for you. We got to start like a rant meter, and it's just gonna progressively go up until it just pings, and then we're gonna have to mute you.
I don't even understand. I don't understand some people. I really don't. I don't start shit with no one. I really don't. People just don't like what I say, and they don't like the truth a lot. And this is
You're
what
the
I'm
Andrew
starting to
Tate of
realize.
crypto mining.
Let's hope that's not the
Wah,
case.
wah. Just kidding. All right, let's see. I hope nobody here bought one. LMAO. If you did, banned. Panda. Oh man, I hope, I really do. Like, if anybody bought one, nothing against you. Like, I'm happy for you, awesome. But like, solo mine on it, rip it apart and plug the Ethernet in, and change that from nice hash and solo mine. That's the best advice I can give you, because there's no other way to like. There's no possible way you're gonna make your money back. I just don't understand it.
The B's crypto mining makes a very good point.
Yeah.
He said, what makes the difference than USB miners? Chances are low for a block, but at least it outputs heat in playing devil's advocate. Okay, here.
Right.
This is my. What sucks is you said you have to run them on nice hash, right? Did I hear you correctly? I was reading something when you said that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If we can get past that, okay, for heating in your house and run a lottery device, hey, listen, man. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I'm just being honest. Like, if it's no skin off your back and it's heating the house and hey, you hit a block, congratulations. I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's cool. Listen,
Hawk wants one. He wants a year.
Hawk, if you buy one, you're off. You're out.
I don't
We're voting you off the island. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. So
I don't need any heating in Florida, but I'm just saying, like, if you're in one of those cold areas like Panda, where you're freezing your ass off in the summertime, then you need, get one, bro.
So,
get one. Why not?
For me, right?
I don't know.
Just to like kind of get on that a little bit, like, you can buy, so the Mars lander is really just kind of a cool desk piece. It is a little bit expensive, to be honest. You can get these USB sticks for, I think they're like $150, $200 on eBay, like fairly cheap, right? For me, it's a lottery play. It's a gamble that just kind of scratches that itch that you have, right?
It's entertainment.
Yeah, you just hope that it hits a block. That's really all it is.
It's a cool conversation piece.
But it's not $1,200. Like, that's what gets me. You know what I mean?
Right. And the other thing is that there's better things. You get a bunch of GPUs, get anything else that runs more efficiently, turn up the power on it. So maybe they run a little bit less efficiently, but they'll still lose less money than that heat bit. So I don't know. I don't think it's a very smart idea.
Matt, you're in Illinois. Yeah. How much does it cost you to run a heater in your house?
Oh, geez.
I mean, just ballpark.
It depends on the temperature. I mean, there's no way to say.
He's a miner. There is no heater.
I have a high efficiency furnace. What was that?
If you weren't a miner, how much more money would you pay a month in your electric ballpark to run your furnace?
I don't know, but during the winter, well, I have gas, so it's not even electric.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know, probably about $150 a month, something like that during the winter.
Okay, so for people who pay, 10, 11 cents, how many watts does that thing use, Trump?
I think it's 1,000, a little over 1,000.
1,000 watts. So it's about, if you're at 10 cents, 12 cents, you're about $100, $120 a month, right? Okay, same thing. That's what
if you live in a box, it'll keep you warm.
But hang on a second. Mine runs way more BTUs for $150 than that thing.
Yeah, it's a 4x10 room. It's a 4x10 room. Let's just kind of get that out there.
Right.
It's
That's
a 500
square feet to warm it.
All right.
I'm talking about heating a 2,500 square foot house when it's negative 20 outside, and it's $150 to do it.
I'm yielding. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
It's shit. Can we move on to something else?
Hey, this L7 actually heats my house phenomenally. I haven't had the furnace kick on once. It's perfect. And I had a $900 propane bill for 3 months. Isn't that gross?
Okay, you're right. Yeah, it's not worth it. I just was trying to figure out a way to justify it for someone.
Yeah,
maybe they live in an old house without a furnace. I don't know. I'm just saying, hey, maybe it'll work for some people.
Let's put it this way. If it's your only alternative and you happen to rent an Airbnb that doesn't have any heat when you travel to Huntsville, and the HVAC system is broken because there's a leak where the two pipes aren't connected anymore, so it's heating the attic. Would I have loved to have a heat bit at that point? Hell yeah, I would have loved to have one of them.
Real quick,
but otherwise, no, it's a horrible idea.
Crypto Bedell said you can get an S19 for the same price as that heater. As like I think it means like a oil filled heater or electric one, and that's very true. You just go on eBay and just get an S19. I mean, wait, sorry, hold on. Yeah, S19 he's talking about. So yeah, you're right. Could you get it for that cheap? Actually, is it that cheap now?
I don't know. Look it up.
S19. Hold on, got me all. I was gonna say you could pay like $100 for an S9 if you could friggin' deal with the noise and whatever. All right, let me see. S19. I gotta look, see how much it is, because I don't even know. Price. Where should I look? Maybe eBay.
Yeah, look at eBay. I was looking at BT miners are like $2,500.
Let me see.
S19 Pro.
So we got. Oh yeah, right. Holy.
1,300
Wow.
bucks.
Yeah, 1,200, 1,300. That's right. Yeah, just get one of these. What the hell? What's the matter with you?
Well,
Absolutely.
To be completely honest, that's gonna run really loud.
Oh yeah, and
Running
the electric's a lot. It's a lot bigger draw too. But
Yeah, but if you like,
yeah,
if
whatever.
you
It
like
heats up
that
better
white
because
fan
it has more
noise,
electric draw.
you know, for when you're sleeping, it's all good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You like
F it.
that fan, white fan noise.
there you go. There you go.
White fan noise. I wouldn't qualify that as white fan noise.
All right, let's see. Yeah, it is. It is. Man, can somebody clip that, please? That was perfect. I'm gonna use that. All right, let's see. They are $1,500 from place I use. Nice, Dupran. Actually, Dupran lucked out with his electric bill as well. I think
Oh
he
my
got.
God, I hate him.
Dude, I love that.
Cannot
It's
believe it.
awesome.
I was
Happy
supposed
for
to be
him.
the guy with the cheapest electric rate. Not
Insane.
anymore.
Insane.
Damn.
Stop being creepy, Red Panda, said Yankee. What is he saying? What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, he said I love you to the B.
Oh.
All right, let's see. What else do you guys got? A few hats in the chats. Crypto Mining Insider said they're 1,500. Same thing. Geek of all trades, yeah. 1,000.
Just to let you know, I got 7% on this laptop, then it's dying. So
Where's plug it in?
Yeah.
dude, it's out in my truck, man.
Is it Cool Buster still there? Hey, Cool Buster, go get the cords in my truck.
Hurry up and go get
He's
my
good, dude. It's
Thought you had an
fine.
apprentice. All right, let's see what else we got. So, do you guys
talk
have anything?
about Flux, man?
Yeah, let's talk about Flux. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm just wearing the shirt. I don't know anything
Having,
about it.
man, of course.
It's already
Oh,
over
yeah,
an hour
that's right.
already.
When is
I thought
the
we're keeping
having?
it to an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Having's
ending
coming
shortly.
early February.
Where
Only
can
a
I
couple
find
weeks.
the info? Actually, let me see.
From Max, that's where you can find it from.
Flux having. Let's see. Where would I find it on here? Let's see. Will it tell us somewhere? I don't even know. Having 2.5 years. I can't click on this. Okay. Oh, when is it? Do you know? Do you know what month it is?
Hang on, give me a second.
How long?
Flux having countdown.
Oh, I could have typed that
All
in too.
coins
Yeah,
box.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, here I'll put it in the chat.
I could probably just type that in.
27 days, 4 hours, 5 minutes, 33,
There it
32,
is.
31, 30 seconds.
Damn, that's coming up soon. I didn't really know it was going.
By the way, that has
soon.
a dark mode to it.
Oh, wow.
I got mine in dark mode.
Where is that? Let's see. It's always
Hey, you know what's
around
really
in-
profitable? I think Caspa and Radiant's really profitable. Go mine those.
I'm not.
I will say Flux has gotten
Mining
more
Flux,
profitable.
I don't know
but
where the hell
still,
dark mode is.
Caspa,
Didn't it pump
when
me?
the power gets a little higher, it's still a little more
27
profitable.
days. That's close. So what are you guys predicting for the price? What's the price at now? I don't even know. Let me look.
I'm not saying shit.
It's around
50
50
cents?
cents.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
around 50 cents.
Come on,
You know,
what are you
I-
saying, Hawk? What do you think?
Nope.
Nope. What?
I'm in it for the long haul, so it doesn't matter to me.
Some
It's a
dirt
5-year
ball
plan.
Gonna say, oh, well, Hawk said it was going to this, and
No,
no.
well, I want to know if I should buy it all right now.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe. You
Here's the
should.
thing. Everybody predicts what's going to happen when after a halving. I think that it will go up, but the question is when. It's not like the halving occurs and then it immediately goes up. It never works that way. Usually it falls after a halving. It'll rise into the halving and then fall.
Yeah.
You know, buy on new,
I mean, 50 cents
buy
is
on
pretty
rumor,
low.
sell on news.
Right. Man, I
So-
mean, I honestly, I think it could go. Not after the halving, but just in general, next bull run, I wouldn't be shocked if it would get closer to $10.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I definitely
I really
wouldn't
be
but
shocked.
again, the halving, I don't think will have, with the greater market as to what it's doing right now, is going to have a much greater effect on the price of Flux. But I mean, think about it. You're like, could it go to 75 cents by June? Yeah, actually, I think it probably could. That's a 50% increase. Doesn't
All
sound
in.
like a lot
All in.
because of where it's at, but 50% increase.
It's not too late. Simpleswap.io. Go use my link.
I do think Flux is going to be I do think Flux is going to be one of the leading mining.
I would hope so. So like the only thing, like I said before about Coinbase, why aren't they on there for one? That's kind of one thing that really bothers me. It's been bothering me for like ever.
On the Coinbase wallet, just not on the main.
That don't matter. If you can't sell it on Coinbase,
on crypto.com, that's a major exchange.
Crypto.com though is like hold on
a second. What does it take to get on Coinbase?
I don't know.
Well, they got to make money.
No, I'm asking Chum. What does it take to get on Coinbase?
Probably an arm and a leg, if that's what you're. What do you mean?
Well,
what does it
take?
That
would be my guess. And my point is that they're like, why? I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay the ransom to get on an exchange when I don't have to do that with other exchanges.
But I feel like he would have just said that if that was the truth.
No, because then you're going to piss off Coinbase, and then they just won't put you on just for the sake of not putting you on at that point.
Right. Well, also
nobody
Coinbase...
likes to be called, you know, a pimp, basically.
Well, all right. So
what they are.
Coinbase really does like money grabs too. So like Shiba, right? When that was like getting all this attention from all the people that just love Doge, and then they're like, oh, this other dog coin that's cheap and I could buy a lot of it and all that stuff. They saw that opportunity to take a lot of money from Shiba, so they did. And I get it, you know, it makes sense. They got to make their money. They're an exchange. But I really do feel like a lot of people would buy and sell over there if they just had it on there. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But I don't know. That's just one thing. And then, the hell else was I going to say? I don't even remember. God, someone else take over and I'll remember in a minute.
Well, like I said, the biggest thing, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is that this is their standpoint. Build it and they will come. That has always been their thing. We are going to build a great product. We're going to talk about the product that we are building. We are going to sell the product that we are building. And everything else regarding Flux will take care of itself. So they are focused on the use case and nothing more than that. They're not focused on talking about the coin at all. I mean, you think about it, nothing they talk about is related to the coin. The coin is a function of needing some type of money to transact within Flux. They just chose to use a cryptocurrency that they created in order to do those transactions within the Flux network.
Well, let me ask you, don't you think if they did just like, even if it did cost them a little bit of money, right? I mean, they pay out this money to advertise and things like that. If you just paid a little bit to Coinbase to get on there, don't you think their purchasing of the coin would go through the roof with all these people in the US using Coinbase? Like, there's so many people that use it.
But
it's kind of a good move, though.
But hang on a second. But then you run into the other problem, which is now you have the ability to get people onboarded onto the platform, run their WordPress sites on the platform at an extremely low price because it's only going to cost X number of Flux. And because Flux is at a low price, that's wonderful. That won't happen if the price escalates too quickly. Then all of a sudden, the economics of it kind of goes away a bit. So they are taking we are building for the long term.
Right. Now, like poking at that a little bit, do you think, any of you guys here, do you guys think that Flux possibly has their hands in too many cookie jars, just kind of being devil's advocate? Like, is it kind of like they're a lot towards staking? Like, I thought they were going to take over the mining thing, and it just doesn't really seem like they really are taking that over, just in my opinion. But they're everywhere. They have so much stuff going on. Like, you can't even keep up with it all. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
A lot of that has to do with Flux Labs, and that doesn't have anything to do with them. That their Flux Lab group is working with all of these different people. That's a separate entity that works with all these other groups. As far as mining, that's where you're talking about proof of useful work. They are working at expanding the mining side of things. As far as the node side of things, the staking side of things, yeah, they built Titan nodes. They've got Flux Drive, WordPress sites, all of these things. Do they have their hands in too many things? I don't know. right now, it seems like everything is going according to plan.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I
It
mean,
seems like they have a lot of educated people working on the project.
I
So
hear the criticism of them. We're criticizing them when they haven't failed yet, or at least it doesn't appear. I haven't really heard of it. Now, I expect failure. Every company fails, and that's when the true trolls are going to come out. Like, see,
right.
So-
I mean, hey, I wish them the best. Like I like Flux.
I know
I
you do.
really do. It's just there's, like I said, there's just certain things like Coinbase that really bothers me. I don't know why the hell they're not on there, but I get it. If
It's
they don't want to
one
pay or whatever.
exchange.
I know,
It's
but it's
one
the only one I
exchange.
use.
Yeah,
Well, I lied.
maybe.
I trade on a few others, but it's, I don't know. I just want a US based exchange. That's what I want. I don't know. It's just like it is the biggest US based exchange. Am I wrong? Coinbase?
I'm not sure if
I'm
it
pretty
is or
sure it is.
Finance US is, but I would probably think Coinbase was.
So
But again, they're not.
that's
on,
why
they're,
it's,
they're
I don't
on.
know.
They're on. I'm trying to remember if they're on Binance because of BNB, so they're on there as a parallel asset.
Right.
But yeah, not on as a regular asset, as I understand it. But
And that's what I heard too. But yeah, I don't know. The parallel asset thing, that's a whole nother friggin'. I'm not getting into that tonight. We'll be here for another hour. All right. Do you guys have anything else you want to add? Is there anything you guys saw in the chat that you want to touch on before we get out of here? We've been going for a bit over an hour at this point.
Oh man, sorry, I can't comment. Joker Miner, that's a horrible argument. He's saying Hawk is okay until sorry. Hawk is, no, I agree with Joker Miner. Hawk is okay until he dips his pizza in ranch.
It wasn't ranch. It was creamy Italian. I mean, I get it, but saying we're gonna throw stones. Let's throw the correct one.
You're so stupid. That's great. All right, what else we got? Hockey, anything you want to add? We lost King.
No, man,
he's going to bed. He's going to fix his computer. He's pissed. He ruined his computer.
Yeah, he's
not happy. I get it.
The whole thing went down. Like, it just sucks. It's just, a lot of work, and then you bring the computer, you want some downtime, play some video games, relax with friends. It's just
right.
I'm sure he'll fix it.
I'll see if I can help him out. Hopefully, well, he'll have his phone, so he'll still be.
It's got to be something.
I'll reach out and see if I can figure out a reason. I mean,
worst comes to shove, if he needs something new, just let me know. If you guys find out, I'll just go to the store. I'll bring it to him, unbeknownst to him, and he can just plug it in. If he needs a new motherboard or whatever, we'll just bring it over. It's not that big of a deal. We'll run to Best Buy and grab him one. I don't want him to be without the computer, man. The guy needs like something to unwind with at night while sitting in that Airbnb that he keeps at 65 degrees. You should have seen the other night. Me and King, like, I'm always hot. So me and King are just sweating, bro. Like, we're big guys. Like, and then Mike, GPU, look, I'm sweating right here. Look at this. Like, GPU Riser comes in, right?
It's because your shirt's too tight.
He's like, it's not too tight. He's coming in and he's like, dude, it's freezing in here, bro. It's freezing. Mike's like sitting on the couch with a tracksuit on and a Dora blanket. I'm not even joking.
Adorable.
It was hysterical. It was the best.
Why did you not take a picture of that? That was hysterical.
No, I wouldn't. I'm
next week, ask Mike from GP Risers if he would like to join us on Saturday Night Live, and then we can do a.
He said he would. He said he would.
All right, I think that would be cool to do a whole kind of a tax talk, and if you guys have any questions for Mike from GP Rises, which is a tax attorney, he could hopefully answer some of your questions. Obviously, we're not gonna give. I'm not gonna give legal or financial advice. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's not me. So, but yeah, that's that.
Yeah, he's an
attorney. He's allowed to.
I'm thinking that Mike could go to me and say the same thing I said to you, Hawk, earlier, the point counterpoint thing from SNL.
Oh boy. But all right, guys. Appreciate you all. You're all awesome. Thanks for being here with me, Mr. Max and Hawk. King.
I'll see you guys
R.I.P. R.I.P. King.
King's okay. He's not mad, guys. His laptop died.
His laptop died.
He's not mad. His laptop died.
He'll be a Misfit Mining chat at some point in a little bit. But
he will.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We will catch you guys next Saturday. Peace out.
Take care, guys. Have a great night.
Peace out.